tip is a tip that'll help you with those homeschool skeptics or those family members that have questions about what it is you're doing all day in homeschooling or what are you doing all week in homeschooling. And so while I was homeschooling, I did have a skeptical family. They were well-meaning, and they, again, shout out to my family. But they were curious as to what we were doing in homeschooling. What do you do? Like, how do you learn? What are some of the things that you're learning? And so I found this site called To Care to Teach for Kids, and they have templates that you can type in and print out so that you can keep both a calendar and a newsletter on your fridge. And so the calendar we would use, and you can use it any way you want, it is a free template, free calendar template, free newsletter template that you can print out thanks to that website. And so we would print out this calendar, and this is the one that we would use to show all of our activities that we were going to do for the week, like outside the home, whether it was robotics club meeting or shooting sports club meeting, a field trip, play date, you name it. So all of these socialization type activities that we would have outside the house, we would put on that calendar so that my family could see that, yes, homeschoolers are very social. The newsletter is what we would use, and it says September, and it has here a blank, and so we would put September, and we would put September, week of, and we would have the date in there. So we would use this actually weekly instead of a monthly. So we wouldn't do a monthly letter, we would do a weekly newsletter. And on there really was kind of almost goal setting for us too. On our newsletter, maybe it said on there we were finishing up our study of animal adaptations. You've heard me say that before. That was one of my favorite studies, in case you can't tell. But so we would have on there finishing our project of animal adaptation and field trip to the zoo. So that was our science focus for that week. Our math focus, maybe we were going to begin a new project learning perimeter and area. And since we were going to take a trip to the zoo, we were going to draw and create our own map of a zoo. And so we were learning about, like I said, perimeter and an area. And so on there, for math, we would have study of perimeter and area, map making skills. And so then over here for English, we might have for reading the book that we were studying for the week. So maybe it was a chapter book that we were reading together, that we were studying character traits. So character feelings, character actions, emotions, change of a character over time. So we were doing a character study using the book Because of Winn-Dixie. So those are the types of things that would go on our newsletter. And then down here, any other cool project that we were doing. Maybe we were going to be celebrating National Pie Day, and we were going to make a new pie that we hadn't made before, a rhubarb pie or shepherd's pie. And so we were going to learn how to make pie crust and then also a new recipe, a new pie recipe. And so when my family would come over and they would ask my son, so what is it that y'all are studying this week? He had a really quick reference to say, oh, well, come on over here and look at this. And this really just seemed to silence everybody. This little simple free template that you can print out thanks to Care to Teach for Kids. And so I definitely recommend you trying that and checking it out and creating a newsletter of your own to help with those questions that you get from family members. See you next Tuesday.